I'll never forget the day I got into a fight with the principal. It was a typical Wednesday morning, students buzzing around the hallways, lockers slamming shut, and the sound of laughter filling the air. But little did anyone know, a storm was brewing. I was sitting in my history class, staring blankly at the chalkboard as Mr. Johnson droned on about the American Revolution. My mind began to wander, thinking about the party I was planning to attend that weekend. That's when I saw her, Rachel, the queen bee of our school, walking down the hallway, her blonde hair bouncing with each step. My best friend Alex, who was sitting next to me, nudged me and whispered, "Did you hear that Rachel was going to ask her boyfriend, the star quarterback, to prom?" My eyes widened, and before I knew it, I blurted out loud enough for the whole class to hear, "No way! She's going to ask that meathead to prom? Please, he's barely got a brain cell to spare." The room fell silent. Mr. Johnson's eyes onto me, and I could feel the heat rising up my neck. The principal, Mrs. Thompson, stormed into the room, her face beet red, and demanded to see me in her office now. I felt my heart racing as I stood up and walked out of the classroom, the whole school watching my every move. I knew I was in for it. Mrs. Thompson slammed the door shut behind us and began to lecture me about disrespecting authority. I tried to explain, but she wouldn't listen. Before I knew it, we were standing face to face, our voices raised, and our words flying back and forth like daggers. It was a full-blown argument. Students began to gather outside the office, peeking through the windows, whispering to each other. The tension was palpable. Just as it seemed like things couldn't get any worse, the school's vice principal stormed in and shouted, "That's it! You're suspended for a week!" I couldn't believe it. My parents were going to kill me. As I walked out of the office, my head hung low in shame. Rachel herself walked up to me and whispered, "Hey, maybe I'll ask you to prom instead." I couldn't help but smile, and Alex, who was waiting for me by the lockers, high-fived me. "Dude, you're a legend." In that moment, I realized that sometimes getting into trouble can lead to unexpected surprises. And who knows, maybe that fight with the principal was the best thing that ever happened to me.